Check volume. 9/11 is a palindrome to our July 3rd date. 9/11 is a palindrome, and it's also 33 code, and it's also 83 code for murder. So 9/11 and to the rising, it'll be even better for you. Watch this. So 9/11, which was all about the rising, because it's really Revelation 11:7. September was really the seventh month, and most countries write the date backwards from us. So it was really about 11:7, because September was once the seventh month, October, octagon, octopus, the eighth month, December, decade, decameter, the 10th month, November was once the ninth month, so forth. But look at the palindrome from 9/11 to our July 3rd date. 22 years, 9 months, 22 days, 22922, straight across. Now it's got 322, 273 months, 22 days. But again, 833 in the days, 8331. On the rising day, 8333. 83 is murder code. 33, of course, is their big number. So that's pretty fantastical. And was there something else that I wanted to show you? I know one thing I wanted to look at, and I'll share it with you, is the movie Sicario has been sitting in my DVD player for about 3 weeks. So I started a new job, went back to work full time, love it, but it's I don't have time to finish watching it. I did watch, I don't know, the first third of it. So it's just been sitting in there. And of course, The Beast came on in my playlist today. You know, Sicario is 121 minutes, right? 121 is Antichrist in Simple Gematria. I want you to look at the Cannes Film Festival, May 19th, 2015, showing 3 days. 79 murder code begins the hours, and 9/11 is the year, months, and days. Nine years, 1 month, 14 days. That's 9114. Goodness gracious. The Sicario worldwide release date is their worldwide release date is 3,211 days. I don't think that does much for us. But anyway, what else did I want to look at? By the way, please again watch the playlist on this. It has the date of July 3rd as the thumbnail on the playlist. This is just beyond fascinating to me. By the way, that third 33 progression from our 311th mathematical anomaly with my Mayday friend and I, the third progression landed on a total lunar eclipse of 5/16/2022. To the murder day, it's murder code 779 days. 79 is murder in simple gematria. Wow. The other lunar eclipse that it bounces off of, we have not looked at that yet. That was November 8th, 2022. 86 in the weeks to be 86th. And then we have the total solar of 2021 that sort of began it all. That was on December 4th, 2021. Nothing really there to speak of. You know what I want to look at is the transfer portal. The transfer portal of time. If you're new to the channel, I'm sorry about that. I'm not going to go down and explain it. It's just too much. It's 9:05. So let's now run the portal. 9:05 lands on our July 3rd date. Now we're going to reverse it through the portal. And it lands on July 20th, a Dark Knight Rises date, so to speak. And 9:07, oof, 9:07 days. If you run it to the rising day, it lands on July 18th, a Dark Knight date. So do you know how fascinating that is? It's the reverse. And remember, we got that Janice Tenet from the movie Tenet, January 10th, but 2022, January was the overlay of Donnie Darko's month. And it was the 10th of the month when they started talking about portals. And it was also the Dr. Pepper transfer portal. Commercials were going on. It was the national night of the national championship game. But while we're here, while we're at it, and I didn't know if you even followed that, but it lands, it reverses. So on the 86ing day, it portals to the rising day of the Dark Knight Rises. And on the rising day, it portals to the Dark Knight date, the dates of July 20th and July 18th. Of course, not the same years, but it just happens to land on those dates. We know all about Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. So I want to go to that real quick. We just looked at that yesterday for another cipher, another date we were looking at. It was July 20th, 2018. Because it's all about 9/11. Here we go again. Nah, it's okay. It's got 2:175 or 17:5, 2:17:5. Revelation 17:5 is where Mystery Babylon the Great is all capital letters. And it's also 11 months, 13 days. So you got your 113 code. That's when One World Trade Tower rose on 113 or November 3rd. And 11.3, 311 code is also, of course, 2020. So when we're looking at 2020, you go back and look at when Trump said he had the illness. 1370. That's big for me. Oh, I know who I wanted to look at. My friend that wore 45, Trump's number, and his birthday was 11/17, and his number, and you multiply it out, is 366333. I want to go to him, his 11/17 birthday. $23605, because his birthday is 11 times 17 times 1959. His number is 366333. And you multiply it by how many days old he is, 23605. Sure enough, begins with the 86, doesn't it? And then my other friend born 11/17. And now I want to go to 11/17, the Heidi Bowl. 11/17, 1968. 20317, 55716, 66716. Nothing really jumps out at us there. Boo. Yeah, nothing big. Okay. I'm seeing, remember Take Shelter was all about the tornadoes, and the guy was screaming there's a storm coming, and we'll look that up. But we never look at the movie Twister. Talk about the storm, the coming storm. Of course, the budget 88-92 million. Look at the minutes, 113, which is all about the rising. in the URL, 11.7, all about the rising, followed by a 9, so it's 1179, then a 98. 98th verse is White Horse Crowning, 79 is Murder and Simple Gematria, Revelation 11.7, so it's 117998. So it's got 98. It's got all of it. Twister's URL. So we're going to run that date of May 10th, 1996. May 10th, 1996. The coming storm. Yikes. There's your 1028. October 28th is the Gateway Arch date. Nothing more than that, though. So the movie Take Shelter, about the storm where the guy's screaming. Take Shelter, 2011 psychological thriller, where it's 121 in the minutes for Antichrist. It's got 2 dates. By the way, Trump's descent was on June 16th, which represents his death, him going down in the escalator, I mean, 3305. So you do have your 33 code. 79 begins the hours, which is murder. Y'all want to do January? Yeah. That fake staged event. Nobody died. Trust me. Nothing really to speak of there. All right. So the movie Take Shelter, January 24th, 2011. Well, I'll be on the rising day. It's 4/9/11. FOR 9/11. 117 begins the hours, followed by 86. Wow. Take Shelter's packed. That's a wallop punch right there. Take Shelter, that was their Sundance. They also are September 30th. Take Shelter is also September 30th. That was their wide release date. 4662. We know 66 is the book of Revelation. Oh boy. On the rising day, are you ready for this? Yeah, it's 4662 in the days, but the weeks, it's a perfect, because it's Friday to Friday. The weeks, it's a perfect 666 weeks. Take Shelter is. So they're either 9/11 or 666, direct killer hits. In the hours, they are 111, 888. So it's 111, 888 in the hours and 666 in the weeks. They did Take Shelter perfectly. Y'all know what scene I'm talking about. The coming storm. Take Shelter, rant. There's a storm coming. Yeah, buddy. And I mean, he just screams it. Like nothing you have ever seen. And I'm glad I paused that because they'll probably just die to give me a copyright strike. But let's turn up the volume. Oh yeah. Talking about the coming storm that Trump talked about. Maybe it's just the calm before the storm. And we know, and when we watched that movie, uh, what was it? Michael Moore's Fahrenheit 119. He said Trump is the storm. That one guy quoted that said that, one of Trump's people, and not one of you is prepared for it. So we need to look at those two movies without a doubt. Michael Moore's Fahrenheit 9/11. Fahrenheit 9/11, Michael Moore movie. And May 17th, June 25th. Hang on, I'll get it set up. Fahrenheit 9/11 premiere 2, Fahrenheit 119 premiere is exactly 5225 days. That spells Eve. E is 5, V is 22, in E is 5 again. That's the simple gematria way to spell out Eve. They knew we always look for that. We don't bust up on that a lot, but there it was. There's your 143 again, 14 years, 3 months, and percent of a common year, 1431.51. 14 years, 3 months, 20 days, 143. Anyway, so, and the premiere date, or the, I don't know, one of the two dates, because they had a premiere and a wide release. It's got the 5186 in the days from Fahrenheit 9/11 to Fahrenheit 119. But enough of that. Now I want to run both premiere dates of both movies to our July dates and see what we come up with. Well, there's a lot going on. Let's just see what we make of it. So the premiere date to our July 3rd of Fahrenheit 9/11, it's 20 years, 1 month, 16 days. So you have 116 code, which is backwards, upside down 9/11, and they use that in Back to the Future. Remember when Marty rolled up on the clocks of the, had the twin pines and then the lone pine? Well, there was 116 code. One of the clocks read 116 when he rolled up, which is back. They love doing things backwards and upside down. And it's 241 months, 16 days. So it's 116 code again. On the rising, if you include both dates, you do get 119 Donald. Nothing too spectacular there, though, other than that. But when you run the wide release to our 7/3 date, you do have the date of 7/3 followed by 13. So what is that a fusion of? Well, July 3rd, 7/3 fused with 313 in the day, 7/3/13. We know 313 is code for Revelation 13:3. Also, the Zapruder film was framed 313 of the headshot. And it is March 13th code when Mr. Big did the deed. So I would call Fahrenheit 9/11 a direct hit to our event. Now we're going to go Fahrenheit 119. And that is 303 weeks. I think we know. And UFC 303 with Conor McGregor is just days before. It's June 29th. But there's really nothing there, but you do get a palindrome on their wide release. It's 2112 days, which is the same number backwards and forwards. Anyway, that's enough. I got to get moving. I'm fascinated with this date. It's all in the first few videos. Watch the playlist. This is not the fascinating stuff that you're watching here. When you go to the playlist, it will look like that. July 3rd. It's 5 videos deep. This will be the 6th one. If you were to watch all the videos without the playlist, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos. It's 49 minutes, then 9 minutes, then 3 minutes, then 2 minutes, and then that 21-minute one, and however long this one is. This one's pretty long too, because I had time and I was really curious and wanted to peruse it with y'all. All right. Love you. There'll be more on the playlist.